Hello, everyone. See that there's a good few in. Thank you all very much. Dorothy, did you get the link? I just dropped it. Hope you can hear me all right. Oh, better turn this down. Otherwise, I'm going to get an echo. I'm going to go up and say a few hellos. Louise, hello. And Dave Kimber, of course. Hello, Anne. And Dorina. Blues Girls. Sagacious, thank you. Shamaya. And I said Dave Kimber, didn't I? Miss Sarah. Kim Bissett. Hello, how are you? Brady Mercury. Brady. I've got myself a new microphone, so I'm all ready to go tomorrow with my folklore story. The sound quality wasn't that good, so I thought I would treat myself and get myself a microphone. Just add Dorothy here. Hello, Dorothy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm the very best. Just saying some hello.
Oh, there I am. I couldn't see myself on the screen. I'm on a delay in my picture.
Yeah.
That's why I can't play trivia on any.
Well, that's your excuse,
Yeah,
Dorothy.
whatever. I try to cheat, but I'm already at a disadvantage, so it's not worth it.
Hello, Gwen T.
Hi, Quinn.
Jenny from the block. Jimmy Jazz. Hello, hello. Valerie Loney. How yous all doing? Hope I haven't missed anyone.
Whew.
I think I've got everyone. If I haven't, I'm sorry. Kels Bells. How are you?
Hi, Candy Kisses. Hi, Paige. I'm way up, huh?
No, Gwen, I don't have a membership and I don't plan to. It's just me and my wee channel. I started the channel to do something that I really enjoy talking about, and it's my Irish traditions and heritage. And I kind of got sidetracked a wee bit by doing other things, which I also enjoy. So it's just a pick and mix, isn't it, Dorothy, really?
Well, you're getting really good at making videos. I will say that.
But
Yes,
my heart lies with my Irish stories, my folklore, my true crime, Irish true crime.
they're a huge hit, Jera.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah.
Hello, Catnip.
I enjoy them. Hi, Catnip. Gwen, good to see you, love. Sagacious, good to see you, honey. Miss Sarah, nice to see you. I love seeing that name because that was my bestie's name.
Oh, yeah, I know,
That's the
Dorothy.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, well, how are you, Dorothy, since the last time I talked to you?
pretty good. Hi, Billy. I just want to say, Jimmy, how you doing? If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Things are going good. How about you? Breedy. Does that say
Josie.
Breedy?
Brady Mercury.
Okay. Nice to see you.
Yep. Um, Everyone is very welcome in this chat. We have people from all different communities, and it's great to see. Hi, Debs. Now, as you know, or maybe you don't know, I'm also known as Juror. I'll spell that Juror. My accent sometimes throws people off, doesn't it, Dorothy?
Well, for me, it does, yes.
Well, yeah. Um, but I also, I was known as Juror number 4, but then somebody cloned me, so I
Yeah,
had to
they
drop the 4.
did.
Yeah,
They wrote it just a little bit different, though. Did they put sign or something?
they did. They did. But it's great to see so many different people from different communities and just coming in, having a chat about different things on the tubes. Now, I would like to say that me and Dorothy are all organised, but we're not.
Oh, absolutely not.
It was a rush job tonight, but we'll just go through a few things on some lives this week. So, Dorothy, what did you think of this week? Well, 4 days. Let's be honest. It's not a
Wow.
week.
There was
Five
so much
days.
though. That's why we felt ill prepared because so many things happened
Yeah.
in the same days. And the, well, the 4 or 5 last days, 4.5 days. I mean, it literally seems like 2 weeks.
But it's not. It's 5 days.
I know.
It's been
I'm
crazy.
grateful. It has.
Um,
Hi,
you've been
Valerie.
busy. You've been
Who, me?
busy. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to drive to Maryland yesterday, so it's a weird ride because you start in West Virginia, then you end up in Virginia, then you end up in West Virginia, then Maryland. So weird because I'm in that hook at the top
Ah, yeah.
east. Yeah, so you're in and out of the state. But I made it there. My car drove good, so it was really great on the highway. Remember, I just did all that front end work on it.
Yes.
Yep. So we
Mm-hmm.
got there. But the YouTube streets have been pretty bumpy, I must say.
Dorothy, it's been bad this week. It really has been bad.
I've been
Um,
shocked, like, no, like that.
people falling out, people making up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't watch it all. I don't. You couldn't possibly watch it all.
Oh no.
And I also don't watch anything that's negative about myself because why would you?
Well,
But you
you
do
should.
catch wee bits and bobs here and there. At the start of the week, do you want to start with Sunday? Or what way
Well,
do you want to do it?
yeah. Let's just jump right in there.
Um, like next week, we could be sitting here on Dorothy's channel. We plan to do this once a week, and everybody be fast friends again.
And pull Sagacious into it too. Have some fun. She did some great short videos on her
She did.
channel.
I've
Yeah,
got them as well.
very, very entertaining.
I think the last few months have been very telling on here. And there's Country Joe, Take Me Home,
See,
and Aoife.
I don't see her yet. Oh, now I see her. Hi,
Do you see
country.
her?
Now I do. Yeah.
Can you see the name Dorothy up above it? Beautiful Irish name.
Aoife.
Very good.
I just mimicked you. That's why.
Aoife.
I heard you say it.
And you're right, Brady. 4 days is a very long time. That's what I was saying earlier on. Are we sure this wasn't last week? Or how could this only have happened 4 days ago?
Right.
It's mad. Absolute mad.
We were trying to do the timeline, and she was like, "No, this was like uh,
Yeah,
Mondays ago," and I'm like, "I don't think so."
yeah.
Yeah.
I did take notes. I was good. Right, Dorothy. It started off on Sunday. Let's go to Helen. Now, I'm not going to show any clips or anything until later on because I'll probably get struck. Not by Helen, of course, but maybe just play it safe. What do you think, Dorothy?
Well, could you pull her up on the screen and just pause, Helen, so anybody from another community that doesn't recognize her would be able to identify her?
Yes, I could. That's a good idea. Right. You start talking, and I'm just going to pull this up then. Dorothy, later on, this is your stream and
Oh,
chat away.
okay. So Helen Schaefer, she's a lady that we've known for a couple of years now. I would say, which what's it for? Yeah. Ooh. So we're probably about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. Lovely lady. I mean, doesn't speak ill of anyone. No one. She finds the goodness in every single person. I've even said to her, they don't deserve your grace, but she gives it to them. Um, And unfortunately, she found herself, and she's continuing to find herself in a situation where we have somebody who is making up the most outlandish, ridiculous accusations and lies. And she clapped back at it. Her style of clapback is precious
It is,
because
isn't it?
it is because it's classy. It's certainly not a wretched drag.
No, it's
It's
not.
somewhere, yeah, it's somewhere. No, I would say you're in the middle and she's on the softest side, and I would
Uh-huh.
be the
Yeah.
roughest. Yeah, you agree
Well,
with that?
you're the ratchet one, Dorothy. Come on now.
Oh, I own that. Yes,
Hello, Maxine. Welcome. And Kat.
absolutely.
Welcome. And
Ariana,
Paige.
Ariana.
Ariana. Love that name.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
And
Maxine, hi.
Maxine, that's a lovely name too.
Hi,
And
Lori.
Laurie.
Billy Sunday. It's good to see you, sweetie. Jenny
So,
from the block.
right. So, a couple of days prior to this, Helen was on a live and it didn't go too well.
Nope.
Hey, Dark Angel.
Hi, Dark Angel.
Now, this particular live, it's from a channel that it was a community I was part of, and the hashtag and the avatar is YouTube enables online abuse.
Oh, isn't that something?
Isn't it just so? Now, I didn't watch it, but I did get some clips sent to me and some screenshots.
Well, how long did that live last for? I mean, you have to really put it in perspective of why.
5.5 hours.
Yeah, so it's hard to watch that long. I go that long and I know I'm losing people. You know, it's a long time.
Yeah. Now, the chat was ruthless. Helen broke down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She then was kicked off the panel.
So just disconnected
Yeah.
in the middle of a sentence, or where
Oh,
was
yeah.
she?
Just kicked off. Yeah.
Oh, and she would never do that to anybody.
No. It was very upsetting for Helen. She was up trying to defend herself
Mm-hmm.
and understand why this was all going on. But she didn't really get an answer. Some of the comments in chat, I did actually was going to print them out, but then I messed up and I didn't get them downloaded. Now, I'm not one for swearing, as you know. So, and I don't like swearing, but I'm going to have to swear tonight.
You're not going to blame me later, though, are you?
No,
You sure now?
no. Now, this is Helen. There was the people in the chat were all middle-aged, and I think I certainly never seen a side to them like I did reading these comments. And I will defend Helen. We will
Me too.
all defend Helen.
Me too.
She's not on her own. Far from it. And for any of us to be treated like the way she was that night, it's just not acceptable. It isn't.
And she's never done that to these ladies, so that wouldn't
Absolutely not. No.
ruder.
Yeah. Well, JD, I hope you do. I hope you do stand for the people that was in that chat. I know you got blocked out of the chat. JD was blocked that night.
Oh.
It was disgusting, Dark Angel. There's not even any explanation for it.
And I'm sure Helen didn't suspect it coming from this group of ladies because she also had a friendship with them. So at the very least, treat her with respect.
Now, they've also done other lives, which is grand. That's up to them. This isn't about anybody else. They've spoken about Sagacious and they've spoken about myself. They obviously love speaking about you, Dorothy, but we can all defend ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But to see someone like Helen, who is such a lovely, lovely person, to be treated like that, it was shameful. There was one person in that chat, I'm not going to name her, actually, with her comments, she knew it wasn't right and it wasn't fair, and that, to take care, Helen, and take a breath and take care. She knew it wasn't right. And I
Right.
thank her for that. That was one person out of that whole chat. Some of the comments when Helen was on panel, again, I apologise, was, "You disgust me. Helen, kiss my ass. The sour tank must have come off. Fuck off and mind your own fucking business. Can you tell her to fuck off with her creepy fixation of me? Shaver chose to come up here. She's a big girl."
Pure abuse. Pure abuse.
Uh-huh.
Wow. And she's
That,
such
yeah,
a
that
gentle
Shaver
soul.
thinks she's it.
Yeah,
Yes, Bretty, she is a gentle soul.
she is.
And she sobbed and cried. Paige, that was on a channel that has an avatar of YouTube
Condiments.
enables
Abuse.
abuse.
It's something to do with a condiment like pepper.
Yeah,
I think we can catch it from there.
yeah. Now, also, on one of their previous uploads, this is some of the comments that they left. "She is vile. Disgusting, vile, trashy piece of shit. Disgusting bastard. Malignant, hateful twat. You're a cunt." Right?
What is she?
A cunt.
Oh, are you
And
spelling
that was from,
something?
yeah,
Okay.
cunt. I can't say that word, Dorothy.
I know, I get it. I don't say these. I hate that
And
word.
that was from a
How
man.
dare they
That
call
was
Helen
from
like
a
that?
man.
That
And there
angers
was,
me.
yeah, there was males in that chat that night.
Disgusting.
Uh-huh. Yep. And we all know who they are. Hello, Save the Drama. And we're not going to let Helen be treated like this. We're going to defend her.
Yeah, she's our friend.
Or you can treat her like this, but we're not going to sit back like we have done before and not say a new word, say anything. Because they've had 18 and a half hours speaking about you, Dorothy.
Oh yeah,
Right?
day after day.
Yeah. Drag, drag, drag. Now, I think they've got their point across now, that they're not happy with you speaking about their friend.
You would
Okay?
think. You would
Now,
think.
they say the only reason that they're doing this is because you're bringing up their friend. So if we don't bring up their friend, they're not going to be dragging you. That's what
Okay.
I'm getting from it.
Well, it's a shame that offering somebody help sparked this. That's all it was about.
Yeah. It is a shame. But I don't think anybody should be spoke to like that.
No, they're bitter, angry.
Now, they think I'm a nun because I don't swear, shout, yell, slag, and drag
You
on a
do
panel.
smoke, though. You do smoke. Don't
Well,
drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Don't
what
drink.
do I do? I know. I'm telling you, I'm too good, Dorothy, too good.
Goody two shoe. Goody
Hey,
goody.
boss lady.
Hey,
And I'm fine with that. I'm actually fine with that.
I think you're a class act, Jura. How do you like that?
Um,
You have a lovely voice, accent.
but I'm not easily intimidated either.
Mm-mm. You're
And
no
neither is Helen.
pushover.
Now,
No.
Helen will not be intimidated, and she's going to be fighting back, and she will fight back.
Well, maybe we could all go to Helen's. We could all just do 6 people up on piano and just drag them for 18 hours. No. We wouldn't need to do that, would we? We'd say it once and it would be heard. or we stand alone independently, like Helen has. She's a strong woman.
JD, dragging people for hours is not right. And you have Dorothy about Kelly.
Oh, well, I
And so
have
is
done it.
Kelly. Yeah. And she
No,
owns
we've
it.
done it to me too, though. We've
Yeah.
done it to each other.
Yeah. And Laurie, I don't mind. People can do whatever they want. But just because I don't, it doesn't mean that there's, like I'm a nun.
It's different folks. I
Yeah.
mean, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
That's it. That's just not her style. That's all it means. She's not above it. She's not trying
No,
to
I'm not.
say it's bad.
No, I'm
She's
not.
not her style.
No, it's not.
It's
But I
my
mean, I do swear. I do swear, honestly. I do. But I'm not going to come on. Look, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not going to come on to the internet and scream and shout and swear at someone else. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
I guess that.
And probably if you spoke to my husband, he would tell you a different story. He would say I'm a bit of a banshee.
Would he really? That's from her Irish folklore.
Yeah, he probably would actually.
Huh?
Um, but yes, look, what Dorothy does is what Dorothy does, right? What I do, and we've very different opinions, but we agree with a lot of things as well. Wouldn't you say, Dorothy?
Absolutely. That's
Yeah,
why we're friends.
yeah. Oh, banshee. A banshee is in our folklore. A banshee
Can I pronounce
shows.
it?
Yeah, go
It's
ahead,
banshee.
Dorothy.
You know, like why you stop acting like a banshee, out of control. That's how we say it in America, banshee.
I
But
know.
it's
It's
a
definitely my accent, though.
it's an animal, right? Or some type of
Pardon me. No, it's a fairy,
oh,
and she can come like in disguise as like an old hag or someone very beautiful, but normally it's an old hag, and she normally appears days before someone dies,
oh,
and she cries and keens to let you know.
she's not there to collect
Thank
the
you, Freddy.
soul or anything like that.
No.
No,
A distressed fairy, yes, but she definitely looks like an old hag. So that was Helen's live, and
we didn't really get into
no, we
it
didn't
much.
actually get into the Helen's live, did we?
No,
Helen
we
then
were more
done a
defending
live.
her. Yeah,
I was defending
yeah,
Helen. Not that Helen needs defending, but sometimes you have to say everyone else gets their truth out, don't they?
yes.
Um, yes, so Sunday, Helen done a clap back about what she's accused of. And it's the same old thing, isn't it?
Well, it's the same accusations that have been thrown around for years and hurled
Mm-hmm.
at different people verbatim.
Oh, yeah.
That's how ridiculous they are.
Yeah.
When you're accusing a grown woman of wanting a person they've never met, seen in a picture, don't know anything about. It's ridiculous. And the person saying it is starting to sound, or actually has been sounding quite delusional for
Mm-hmm.
a while now. Like, relax. We all have sons that we think are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
Um, and I don't think everybody's after them either. But
No.
it's the same old story. I think we've heard this. We heard this 3.5 years ago.
Yes.
But no one really asked many questions. They just believed
Mm-hmm.
what we, well, I didn't really have any much doings with this person, to be quite honest with you. But
I didn't either.
Helen is keeping a record, and it's all downloaded, and she will defend it every single time that she's brought up and dragged.
As she should.
Yeah.
Because you know what I've learned is if you're not going to fight for yourself, nobody else is.
And yep, Screaming Demon. That's it.
Yes, that's a good nickname. I
Yep.
like. I like.
Dark Angel has fantastic comments. Love her comments
Yes.
that she leaves around. So, oh, see if the drama asks me a question. Have you ever done a live on different Ireland superstitions? No, I haven't, but I would love to. And if somebody that was in the know would do it with me, I would love that. That would be good, wouldn't it, Dorothy?
I'm sorry, Jerry walked in the room.
Oh no,
Um,
that's okay.
what did you ask again? I'm sorry.
Um, see if
Oh,
the drama asked.
superstitions. I see. I see. Have you
That
ever
would be
done a
fun.
live on different Ireland superstitions? Hmm. Do you have a lot of different superstitions in Ireland?
Well, I would have said, see if the drama before this, before I started doing the folklore stories, that I wasn't superstitious. That's a lie. I am. I've realised I am very superstitious, and I didn't realise I was. And that would be a brilliant live, and I'm gonna think about that and
What do
definitely
you
do it.
mean? Like you don't walk under a ladder or the black cat? Like that type of stuff? You just automatically ingrained it in you?
Right. Say if somebody passed,
Uh huh.
immediately what we would do is go round and cover the mirrors in our house
Oh, okay.
so that there's no reflection. The three knocks of death, just loads of different things. Um, like a new year, you can't let anyone the first person over your door at New Year can't be red-headed.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know, Dorothy.
Okay. Wow.
I
Okay.
don't know, but we do have a lot. And stop the clocks. That's right, Valerie. We cover the mirrors and stop the clocks. But that's one for another live. Definitely. Yep, gonna do that. Red-headed. So the next live. So Helen done the clapback, and we've dropped her link. And please go over and sub to our lovely Helen. Um, show that we support her.
I'm just texting her to let her know we're over here.
Yeah, talking
Okay.
about her.
I just texted her.
Now, this live is more just kind of like a casual chat, just about the different lives that we've had on this week. Oh, that would be brilliant. Save the drama. I appreciate that.
What did it say?
Save the drama said if I email her so she can do a wee video to promote it.
Oh, nice. You know, Jura did a nice video promoting Helen on this channel already. You might want to check that out too.
Yep.
I'd like to re upload that onto my channel if I could.
But save the drama, what I'll do, I'll shoot you an email and I'm going to explain to you what the backstory is
Mm.
because you'd probably be wise to know the backstory. Because this is a totally different community. Oh, have you done a story on the sleuth? No, I haven't. Right, Dorothy, we're getting off track here.
Okay. So
Right. Also, Monday night, I heard that there was a live done, that you were done. Totally done. Final.
I heard that.
Finished. But are you still here?
I am. I heard the live was designed to completely just wipe me off of YouTube.
Right. And
I didn't feel a scratch.
okay. And you're still here.
I'm intact. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch it. And I know you didn't watch it.
I don't.
And you're still here. And we're not going to promote her. So we'll move swiftly on. On Monday, was that Monday or Tuesday? Was it Monday about Robbie on Laura's life
Wow.
next?
No, I think the first thing that happened, I want to say Monday, I still going to insist that CJ went
Right.
up on Natasha's panel to make amends, which I thought was fine. If that is what CJ wanted to do and that made her feel good inside, wonderful.
I don't think it was Monday. Does anyone remember when CJ popped up onto Natasha's panel and
And
they
it
made
kicked off
amends?
everything. Yeah. Which kicked off Granny having alive and Mummy Ramblin sliding right in that chat. It was the most bizarre. I mean, the events were just, I was like, what? What? You couldn't go around fast enough to try and catch
Pardon
what
me.
was going on.
Shanna, who said Dorothy's going to get some paperwork in the mail? Dorothy, you're going to get a letter.
Like, okay, that's fine.
Ah, right. Save the drama. It started with karaoke, which was
Mm-hmm.
on a Sunday that her aunt passed.
So that's weeks ago.
Guilty.
Like, that's going to be 2, 3 weeks ago.
A week ago. I'm going to say a week ago.
No, her aunt passed like 3 weeks
Oh,
ago.
2 weeks ago. No. But, no, not that night. She went up last week. She went up last week and she was on panel for about an hour.
Oh,
And that's when it kicked off with her CJ and Granny.
yeah, the karaoke performance only, well, not only, that caused what do you want to call it? A little tuffle between MRB and
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah,
Country
it
Joe.
did.
So then
Yeah.
that passed. It started to, in my opinion, slow down. Country came up on my panel. And Tammy came up and they um, talked about the events that happened. And then I don't think it calmed down for Joe and Mummy Ramblins. I don't think Mummy Ramblins really wanted to move on, honestly. Country Joe was looking to just squash it and let's just move forward. Agree to disagree or whatever it may
Yeah.
be. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, the tension was pretty much still there.
It was. And is your wee doggy okay?
Yeah, my son's friends outside using my pump for my tire, and it's making that little animal go crazy. The little chihuahua. But I thought Country Joe handled that pretty stellar after, things started coming down.
Yeah.
And then I think that she felt like, oh, I want to go just make amends with Natasha. Not
She did.
amends because they never had a falling out per se. They didn't know each other. But
She didn't know. Yeah. She didn't
wanted,
want to carry on.
she wanted to right her wrongs. She felt guilty for some of the things she had said and done, and she wanted to own that. That takes a very big person to be able to do that, and in such a public way, right?
Yeah. And that was right for her. And around that time, other things started to come out. And I think we all kind of stepped back and thought, what was this all about? Well, JD, you might say that, but everybody's on. When you look at the bigger picture here, right? Everybody's on here. And they have the choice to be monetized. Now, the subs have also the choice to give money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to give a super chat, it's really none of anybody's business. Now, in our last community, it was a wee bit different. I know, Brady, it's mad. It was about the exploiting murder victims. That was totally different. But I will say, he also has a right to have a place in this platform, but not
True.
talk about those particular murder victims. But I also don't think he should lose his channels. I don't
I
agree with that.
I think the family always just wanted him to stick to the
Yeah,
facts, not to
they did.
exploit, not to talk. I mean, the salacious way about talking about the girls, just disgusting, unnecessary to cover this crime case, right? Bad.
And I'm going to be honest, when I found out that the people that were calling Natasha out, I've never been in Natasha's channel. Never. But if I want to go, I'll go. And I don't have to explain anything to anyone. If you don't want to go, that's also fine. That's your choice. But I've seen worse behaviour from people. And the community that we come from, JD, I've read out those messages and those comments. And that was to her friend. Well, JD, I respect that's the way you feel. But this isn't, I've asked you before, don't bring, creators into this. We're talking about creators on panel, but I don't want any negativity in the chat. If you
We're
can,
just trying to give a weekend review. That's it.
yeah,
To talk about the events as they unfolded. We thought it'd be a cool thing for people that missed a day here or there or live. And
yeah,
it's a lot to cover.
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Mum of Two Men, you're wrong. I don't treat her as a god. I don't know her. And I'm not a hypocrite. People are free to go wherever they want.
Who's she
Support
talking
whoever they
about?
want. She's talking obviously about anyone
Why is
that
it
now.
people was so against the creator now treating her as a god, believing everything she says? Hypocrites. I don't even know who's that's true or who's treating who like a god.
Well, obviously it means for people like you and CJ and me or anyone else that
Oh,
doesn't have an
nobody
issue.
treats me like a god. You
No.
gotta see some of the emails I get.
Hey, Daniel.
Hi,
And
Daniel.
the hypocrites are the ones who came onto this platform, started channels to call out someone,
Oh, yeah.
and their hands weren't clean
At all. 10
at
times
all,
worse.
at all.
10 times worse.
And when I found that out, I thought, well, what are we doing? Why are we calling anyone out? Really? And
I felt bad for the way I crossed boundaries with
yeah, you did.
using content from channels that had documents and things that I did not vet. A vetting would be to go to the courthouse and get them directly from the court or the police. I just trusted that those were factual, and that's not responsible.
Yeah.
I learned a huge lesson, a good lesson to learn too, I guess. I mean, moving forward, I would have to be able to go vet it myself all the way. And then at some point, you have to say, why am I even vetting this? How is this important to anything that's happening on YouTube? Because some of it was going real life.
What was? and it
Yeah.
wasn't right. And there was people that brought up divorce papers,
Yep.
read them out, and they're the same people that are doing lives now, calling out why their bad deeds are being called out and talked about. It's madness. If you want to call out someone, that's fine, but you can't have done worse, much, much worse than they have, because then you are a hypocrite. Yeah, but it has got scary. And now it's starting to, you know, focus on subs, everything, mods. It's not right. I think we've all done things on here that we're not proud of, or made comments that we're not proud of. Well, that's all right, JD. Obviously, then, you know, if you're not a fan of NC, that's fine. But there's lots of people in here who are, so we will respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because
I'm going to
I
mute
want
you
my
for a
channel to be
second.
for everyone. And I wouldn't like to go into a channel and someone talk about Dorothy, Helen, or Sagacious, or CJ, Laurie, or anyone, or any of the people that I'm friends with. And I respect other people's channels as well. So what's happening tonight? Save the drama. Who is going on tonight? Right, okay. Got it. Yeah, I've got it. Daniel, that's 100% right. I always find the people that cry the loudest, they're the ones that haven't donated. And just because you say you don't want to be arguing and fighting with anyone doesn't mean that they have to agree with everything that we do or everything that they do. But I've also seen stuff in channels that think that cries victim all the time. That, to be honest with you, creeps me a wee bit out. Are you there, Dorothy? Right, JD, please. It's not about one particular creator tonight. I've asked you, please. There's people in here that respect Natasha. I don't go into Natasha. I know very little about the woman, to be honest with you.
I'm here, guys.
But if you can respect that there's other people in this chat that are very welcome in here. So if we can drop it, because I'm not going to have that in here. I wouldn't like it done on me when I'm in somebody's chat. So if you can please leave it, JD. You know, this happens. I do try to be fair, but there's only so many times that you can ask, you know.
Okay. So we were on Sunday, right? Monday we're on. So then we had Granny and then Mommy Ramblings went into what? What do we call it? Hate bonding. So when you have a common enemy in common, you will hook up in their defense. I did that night when I bought a membership for Natasha's and I wanted to type in her chat. But it was set to members only, so I bought a membership.
Yeah.
I was able to type and say what I needed to say and wanted to say. That her chat was very kind to me. It was my first time in there, and I really appreciated that because they didn't have to be kind to me because I hadn't been kind to her. for
No,
months.
no, you hadn't. No, you hadn't.
Yeah.
No, I have to say. And
Thanks.
we
Thanks for
discussed this.
Thank you for co-signing that. I really appreciate that, Jura.
Well, that's fine. I look. Did I not say there was
Yeah.
things that were done on both sides that weren't
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They weren't right,
I
and
mean,
we
I
were all
just
part
don't
of that.
understand how people can't see that
I know
we
Lisa's
were
getting better, but
supporting people
yeah,
that had done 10 times worse than she had done to
yep,
people, the community,
hmm
um, family. Like, it's ridiculous that with
yeah.
that, like, what do you really hate her about? That's what I want to examine. Why do you hate her? What's the reason?
And also, I think when her aunt passed, and the disgusting videos and clips that were
Oh my
made,
God.
uh-uh. No, nobody can support that. I don't care if you're any way of a decent human being, you know. And it was the same with AD. I'm going to be honest. When they went too far with that as well,
Uh
you
huh.
have to step back and think, this isn't right.
Yeah.
What's this all about?
They go to the casino, the hotel.
That's not
He's
right, Dorothy.
he's in his mid to late 60s.
Uh-huh.
He's still a human being. That was wrong.
And there's people commenting under that post today that supports that done a live last night,
Mm-hmm.
trashing lots of people that's in this chat
Mm-hmm.
for revealing their past deeds. But it's okay to follow someone to a casino, even if it's on live, on TV. That's got
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with YouTube. And Sagacious, we talked about this today. That's not right. That's got nothing to do with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Why
But
should
at
that have
the
been made?
time, but
Why
at
should that
the
have been put on here?
but at the time, we couldn't even identify it immediately.
No,
We
I
were like,
did.
"Oh, look at him at the casino." Oh
No, I
no,
did, Dorothy. It wasn't right.
yeah.
That
Well, the
time I
hotel
knew.
really got me. The hotel. I was like,
Oh, no, it was bad.
but they're doing that to Natasha, broadcasting when she's at the hotel, broadcasting that they called the hotel, going real life.
You know,
Oh, Natasha's here. Hi, Natasha. Everybody say hi to Natasha.
hi.
Please be nice to everybody. If you don't
Yeah,
like somebody, just ignore them. Hi, Madeline. I love you, girl. Hi, Joanne.
yeah, that's true. I have to agree with that. And that's really what, with the last community, that's really what I had to think about when that episode at the casino. It's none of anybody's business
Right.
when he went there.
Mm-hmm.
That was his private time. So what? He got donations. He's monetized. He's entitled to it.
Right.
What right did anybody have to say, right, we're going to follow you to a casino?
Drop a pin
Not
on you.
physically. Not
Yeah.
physically now, obviously. No, I can't agree with that. That's wrong. And I know that's not going to go down well with a lot of people. That, but I don't really care. That's my opinion. It's not right. What
Hi,
he does in his own
Buttercup.
time.
Hi, Buttercup. I hope you're feeling okay, sweetheart. I've been thinking about you, sweetie.
But that's enough about AD.
Yeah, this isn't about AD.
No, it
So
certainly isn't. I think we've had enough AD for 3 years.
then the just kept unraveling even worse, right? Just
Yeah.
more and more things continue to happen. We were seeing oh my god, subscribers running around White Knight and for their favorite creator, which I don't know. I just don't think subscribers need to do that. The creator has the best position, which is on their panel, on their channel. They have a voice. Nobody's going to be able to defend themselves better than the creator or defend that person. Because you guys, like I said before, you never know. Creators are communicating behind the scenes. They make amends, and then you guys all have bad feelings for each other about the fight you've had
Yeah.
in chats or comments, and it just doesn't need to happen. Should be entertainment. This is entertainment. Enjoy yourself.
And the people that have caught certain other creators out, they've got money. They've had super chats, PayPals,
Yep.
GoFundMe's.
Oh, every avenue you could. Yep.
So they're actually making off money off the people that they're calling out. How does that make sense? It's all, it all goes full circle, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does. Money is a very intoxicating thing for some people. They
Yeah.
start to get it and they lose their way, right? And who are we to try and tell adults too how to spend their money? If they want to open their wallets to a creator, hey, go right ahead. The only thing I'm against is if there's a lie presented, like the PayPal Crafton and Kim did. That was not truthful. That's fraud, in my opinion, allegedly. I mean, it is. You cannot put a link out and tell them it's for one reason, and then come to find out that's not true at all. And they wanted to call out people, Natasha? Really? Wow. Just doesn't make sense. We're all being hypocrites here, and then at the end of the day, aren't we? And then we continue to see that people are crossing boundaries with the real life, um, you know, just going into people's real lives,
Yeah.
making phone calls to try and damage their real life. It's ridiculous. And it's coming from the people we thought we were on a side with. Really? That's how this turned out?
Well, Dorothy, in the last week and a half, I'm not going to say, but there's been 2 calls made to people about you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you haven't ran crying and screaming
No.
and
No.
shouting. You've taken it on.
Yeah, it is what it is. What am I going to change now? It's done. And I could guarantee it didn't come from Natasha and her people. I
No,
would bet my life on it.
no,
I
it
know
doesn't.
exactly where it came from.
Oh, yeah.
The same person who pulled my background check. And then she's sitting there saying, when they're pulling background checks.
She didn't do it. I would say she didn't do it, no, but she got
No,
some
but
from me,
Kelly
obviously.
gave it to her and she started screaming out loud that she had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it has got rough on here. Really rough. And I think people are now starting to get a wee bit scared. Where is this all going to end? Now, on Tuesday, was it Tuesday night? Robbie was on.
Oh, yeah. Perplexed.
Yep.
Lauren.
Hmm.
I found that fascinating. It was the dynamics were so weird because, um, first of all, Laura said that CJ's channel started and was created to clap back at Natasha. That's not true. Not even close to true. She's been around for 4 years, 5 years. She just started covering Natasha, I would say, in November sometime. So it's been about 4 months, if I'm correct. What do you think, Irish?
Yeah, that's about right. Yep.
Yep. Oh, you're right, Dark Angel. Support somebody who has an SA, right?
Hmm.
Um, but wants to call out what? What do they call out? You know what I mean?
Hey, you dirty hooker. Isn't that a great name?
You dirty hooker.
You
Yeah,
dirty hooker.
you dirty hooker.
Yeah. And no one seems to be calling him out. Now, I know I have a problem. I have to say this about Ava.
You're gonna love her.
Yep.
Good job.
It's going to get hot. And I support Ava 100% because there's Dingo sitting over there. Everything that happened the last month. And he's another one, another man, male in our community that has come
Yep.
back, and the way that he's treated certain people, and they're all accepted back in.
Yeah.
Hi,
There's
native
support
pride.
for that.
Yeah,
Support
I
for
don't
that.
understand that. I don't get that at all. But Robbie, anyway, was on Life Perplexed.
Mm-hmm.
He was with chatting to Granny. Well, I don't really know about chatting, but they were together on the panel.
And Laura was the mediator, she said.
She was. And they were joined later by CJ and Carlin.
Oh, that was all the same night. I thought it was a separate night. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
all the same night.
I didn't watch it all the way through. Okay, I'll have to watch the rest of it. How did that end up going with all those characters on one panel? So Robbie and Carolyn were up there together?
When Carlin got up, I did message CJ
Mm-hmm.
and I told her to get down. That there was 3 people. That was being Carlin, Granny, and Laura. 3 against 1's not really fair.
Right.
And I have to give her a due. She done well. She did do well, and she held her cool.
Great.
But it's not really fair, is it? 3 against 1.
No,
Robbie
it is.
did drop off at that time, but he did defend CJ. And the only thing that CJ has done wrong in all this was that she made amends with
Natasha.
Natasha.
And this is what is coming down on her. The lives that they know she has a difficult time with, and she doesn't do well with it, with the stress. And it couldn't just be said once and left alone. No, you got to keep going after somebody who's vulnerable.
To Scooter, who was lying? CJ, you mean, was lying?
Oh, let's just move on, Irish, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Let's not do that.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I don't know. Look, I don't know what's what. But
I'd say we keep
CJ,
on with
yeah,
that. Yeah,
CJ done well. She
she did.
defended herself. And I did send her a couple of messages that to jump down. I think you can have a chat with one person or maybe even 2, but not 3. That's not fair. Now, so that was on Tuesday.
Yeah, but
I also,
can I interrupt one
yes, you
second?
can. Yes,
Okay, so
please.
don't forget now. We have Truth Teller in the meantime dropping all week
Oh
and
my
this
goodness.
week these audios from Pink Dagger that were just so raw, and that girl just unloads. I mean, her diarrhea of the mouth, like I've never heard. She is saying some of the most nasty, vile things, even about people's children. Disgusting. But I do want to say that I didn't find it okay that the whole conversation wasn't out there, that the other side, because it's taken out of context and we don't know who brought up the subject first. So I would have liked to see the whole thing brought out because I think that's self serving not to release the whole thing. But still, what I heard was vile, talking about children, talking
Mhm.
about every person. And they're in a group chat. How many times do we all say, Irish says it too, do not contribute to group chats, get out of them. They never end well.
And, you know, the things that were said about another creator's daughter was disgraceful.
Yeah.
And for that to be put out onto the internet, no.
Yeah, she could have bleeped that part. There was no need to release that part, right? It was
No,
still,
that was
yeah,
nasty. That was
yeah.
low. Um, any of us that have daughters and that we have a good relationship with, we love nothing more
Right.
I don't know, even if they're 30, they can come up to their mum, cuddle in, and tell each other that we love each other, we care about each other, and they tell you their worries or their woes
Right.
because you have a good relationship. It's what a mum and daughter do.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, you know, they're 21, 25, or 30, it doesn't stop that.
No, it doesn't negate your love for them
No,
or the closeness. I
no,
think it's actually wonderful. Her daughter is not doing the destructive things that other 21-year-olds are doing, and people are
yes.
criticizing that. I
I
think it's
know,
wonderful.
I know. Blows your mind. We're going to get to that, Country Joe.
We're getting there, baby girl. So that was happening the whole week, which had me completely like going back to check all the time. I was I was just blown away.
Yeah. And I also done a live that night. We actually thought it was, we had a bit of a crack, bit of a laugh. There was lots of people in, and obviously there was some people took great offence at something that we were talking about. This
Oh,
outrage again.
what was the topic? I missed it.
I had heard, obviously through YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
that CJ had been accused of shooting a dog between the eyes.
Oh, Pancake Gate.
Yep.
Oh, I heard about
Now,
that.
right, see chat, please,
No arguing with each
no
other.
argument, please. Obviously, if you support a creator, that's fine, that's grand, but not in here, okay? We don't have to attack each other in chat. Um, yes, I said, obviously, that she was accused. I heard that she was accused of shooting a dog between the eyes, which I thought was absurd, which it is. For a start, we're not allowed guns. We can't have guns in Scotland, UK, or Ireland, right?
Right.
So I knew that it wouldn't even be a possibility.
Right. It's just
And
crazy. Right.
besides the point, why would CJ want to shoot a dog between the eyes?
She loves animals.
Come on. So obviously then on yesterday there was a live done by Granny saying that CJ had threatened to shoot this dog, Pancake, between the eyes. I didn't know the dog was called Lila Pancake.
So we had a false outrage of animal abuse, basically.
Yes,
Oh, okay. That seems reasonable.
no one would, no one would back anyone shooting a dog between the eyes. Come on now.
No, I seriously believe that there would be support for it on here. Look at the behaviors that have been excused. I'm really, really confused on the hypocrisy of it all
Good
when
night, Judy.
somebody is screaming about one person's behavior and then it's exposed that they themselves have done far, 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 far worse.
You know, and there's no way that that would even be true. Why would anyone think that? That's why I brought it up, was because that's what I heard. That,
I'll tell you because there are certain people that no matter what a creator says, they just believe it blindly. And now, it picks up traction, unfortunately. And as creators, it comes with a responsibility because you do have influence and there are people that trust you. Irish, you there?
yeah, I'm on mute. I was talking
Iris.
away. I was
Oh,
talking away. I'm on bloody mute. No, yesterday on Granny's Live, she did play a short clip of me and CJ. She also called me out, and I'm going to respond to her, that I said that she was hate bonding with old people, with
Of
people
course.
from her
The
old community.
Dusties. The
Yeah,
Dusties, Kelly.
yeah.
Yeah. Why would you go seek them out? Why?
Well, she doesn't know those people
No.
at all, at all, at all. So why would she be sitting up on a panel with them when she doesn't know them? The only thing that they have in common is that they don't like you, Dorothy.
Well, they don't like you either, just so
And
you
they
know.
don't like me. Well, okay, all right. Okay, they don't like me
So
either.
I'm probably
Okay.
95% of the
um, and
they're
that's
like
fine.
sagacious
I'm
either.
quite okay with that.
Sagacious is in the lifeboat with us, just so you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She is. Yeah, definitely. And Helen, she's clinging on. Now, on that live that Granny sat on, apart from Dragon Dorothy, I was brought up for quite a while. I didn't listen to it, but I was told what was said. I was accused of doing a sex act on another creator. Me,
What?
an Irish granny, and Granny sat up in that panel and didn't say a word. Now, can you believe that?
Well, no, I can't because first of all, you've never met that person in person, so that
No,
would kind
I
of
wouldn't be
hard.
doing a sex act anyway on anyone on the bloody internet.
Well, if you met me, I'm quite cute. You
No,
just
you're all right,
like me
Dorothy.
a
You're
little bit,
okay.
a little cuddle.
And I thought, what the hell? So, not only that, they talked about my career, what I did, what I didn't do. Um, because some of us have jobs, we have a career. Um, like she can't talk. I mean, that is hate bonding.
Oh yeah.
I'm a 50-year-old granny. She doesn't know me. I've never, I've never even had any comings and goings with her. So why she would sit up there and join in with that chat?
Right.
Now, another reason the people that she sat up on that panel, they don't like me, is because I called out one of them for their harassment of another person on here. He ended up taking an injunction out.
Yeah, we did
We did a
a
live.
nice live where it was well organized and we stated the facts. They didn't like that.
So she probably doesn't know that at all. So she can't preach to me. And accuse me of this,
And
that, there, and the other.
can I just say that that whole situation with the Dusties and the way that that whole thing imploded, that all really came down to money. That's what it was, jealousy that she wasn't getting money for a roof and people were donating to a legal fund. That's exactly what it came down
Mm-hmm.
to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she completely destroyed and had everybody that she knew as friends follow her.
Yeah.
And it completely split everybody. It's unfortunate. I mean, I've never even had words with any of those ladies, one on one
No.
words. Not once.
And I would like them to keep my name out of their mouths and out of their chats. The disgusting, dragging, slagging chats.
Hmm.
Keep my name out of it, please.
And I still haven't clapped back
Nope.
because you know why? It's not worth my time. What am I going to say? They're effing assholes. Like, really? What's that going to accomplish? They're fixated. They're stuck on stupid right now. So let them stay stuck. It says more about them
Yeah.
than me. They've never had a conversation with me. The only one that has is Peppa. And I think, and well, of course, Helen, but Helen's my friend. Never done anything to any of them. Ever.
And we've never clapped back, but we're going to defend ourselves from now on. And that's just it. So that was on my particular live. And Dorothy, you were doing lives as well?
Oh yeah, throughout the week, absolutely. But unfortunately, we found out that there were some strikes on a channel, and that channel they presumed was taken down, and they celebrated. They were celebrating, and by saying so and so's next, Dorothy's next, they took responsibility for what had happened because they literally said, "You're next." What are we trying to get people's channels completely removed? We're trying to silence them. That's not cool. That's Natasha's livelihood. She supports her family with that.
We
She
love
buys
you,
food.
Helen, too.
I love you too, Helen.
You've got lots of support.
Um, you know, even my channel, I make a little bit of money. I can buy little extras for Jerry. Really, people want to hurt my son? It's
Yeah.
like those types of behaviors. I haven't struck anybody. Anybody. Not anybody. I threatened to strike Vivian, but I never did it. It might be partly because I'm too lazy to figure out the process. I just can't figure out.
Dorothy, you're terrible.
Well, I mean, the harassment was nonstop. So, I mean, I did let it go, and hopefully, we're both going to move in different directions, and that's going to be it. Healthy. Both of
Yeah.
us healthy.
Yeah. I agree.
That's all I want for her. I don't want her removed. I don't want to see anybody get removed because we all deserve a voice if that's what we want. But to try to silence and have people removed, that's dirty.
Well,
That's some violent shit.
apparently they said on a live last night. Now, again, this is only I heard. I'm not sure. I didn't hear it by my own ears. That there was a few people that were going to be targeted next. Is that really what we want? To be cancelled?
I can't hear you, honey. Is that my internet or yours?
I think it's yours. Can you hear me?
Now I can. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh, you're
It's,
okay.
yeah, it's 6 p.m., so people are home from work, you know.
Right. Can we stop
Yeah.
talking about MRB in chat, please? Right?
So let's move on. Come on, guys. It's not about her. Come on.
No, it's not. It's not. Really, it's not.
Buttercup, you're asking me if I have a channel. You're one of my mods. Surviving the storms, Buttercup.
Dorothy,
Hold
keep
on. One second. I got to get my kids off this Wi Fi. I'll be right back.
Okay, then.
I'm going to make them hotspot. I'll be right back.
Christy, I get your MRB, and that's great, right? I have nothing against MRB, but we all support different creators. We don't all have to like the one creator, and we can all go where we want. And just because one creator's having a problem with another creator, oh, am I breaking up? Oh no, is it my Wi-Fi? I'm okay now? Yes, because it's just tit for tat. Is it okay now, Sagacious? That's grand. But it's not about MRB tonight. And Country Joe or anybody else has a right to make amends with anyone. And that's it. It's YouTube. Oh, it goes in and out. Oh. Yes, Talia, she did. And that's why I done the live. and we got a resolution. It was tit for tat, and it wasn't going anywhere. Dorothy also done something that she wasn't proud of, but we got it sorted out. It worked out. That's what, we're all adults, and we can move forward and do better. But I
Okay,
think
I think I
everyone,
got it. I got them off.
have you got it now? My
Yep,
Wi-Fi
yep,
was going in and out as well.
yep. Um, yeah, but the hate bonding has also been something
Yeah, it's
spectacular to
surprising.
see. You know what I mean? Because um, I don't know. It's just weird. I guess I did the same thing though, in a way.
Yeah,
I
we
went
did
to
too.
Natasha's channel. I can own that we had a common interest that evening, and I went in there because I wanted her to see what I was typing. That was the only way I could do it, was to go, and I did it public. I did it live, so that nobody could say I was doing anything sneaky behind the scenes. And I didn't do it with anybody in mind. I just did it with my own, motivations in mind, and that's the truth. I
Yeah,
didn't do it to bother anybody, hurt anybody, or anything. And I've never told anybody they can or cannot go into certain channels based on my feelings of them. It's never happened.
and it hasn't, because there has been people that go into your channel, and then I see them sitting at somebody else's channel, and there's nothing ever said about it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. My son's trying to talk to me. Of course, right?
Of course.
Well,
Uh,
I think a huge lesson is self awareness and to take ownership. But there's some people that just cannot own anything, will not
no.
recognize that maybe they started this trend that happened, um, and the fighting behind the scenes has been quite vicious. I
Yeah, it
know
has.
that the subscribers can't see it or feel it, but it's been aggressive. We should talk about Alicia because she slides in here at one
Yes,
point. Very
she does,
important.
actually.
Yes.
Now, Alicia,
Are
you
you
maybe
gonna
know a wee bit more about this than me.
Can you pull up the community post?
Yes, I will,
I
Dorothy.
talked to her. She said it was fine.
Is she okay?
Yes, she's just not feeling well. The kids got her sick again, and
Oh,
she's
no,
extremely tired. So she knows we're over here. I told her about it, and she knows we're going to read the community post.
that's fine. There
Okay.
we go. Alicia. Let me get this bit.
Just another unfortunate scenario.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just great.
I know I'm scared nearly to come out of this, and hold on, see if I can pull it up. Do you want me just to read it out?
Yeah, that I think that's sufficient because there's no visual, anyways.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
So, Alicia done a live. Was it Wednesday night?
I believe so. It could have been Thursday, but still one or the other.
And I'll just read out what her community post. And it said her live was taken down, and it wasn't not by my choice. It's been held for review. Never in my life have I been flagged for racism, nor am I a racist. Thanks to the creator who came in and brought up all these other creators that I don't wish to discuss. I made these derogatory remarks showing critical or disrespectful attitude. We do not care to mention other creators, and even stressed that, but people like to create drama that isn't there to be created. I apologize to anyone who was offended by the remarks of the creator, who came with the sole purpose to create drama between others but couldn't leave race out of it. And when we didn't engage in it, they left. Nice try. Bye bye. That's quite bad. That's not fair, Alicia.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, is everybody okay in chat? We're all surviving? Yeah, everybody's okay. So, we're going to wait for Dorothy to come back and she can fill us in what happened on the live. She obviously spoke to Alicia.
Yes, I did. I did speak to her.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, she has a good grasp on it. It is what it is, and you know, she learned a lesson. I think that's always important to learn our lessons.
So, was
Um,
she friendly with this other creator that came up on her
well,
panel?
it was Luke Lycan, whatever his name is. I'm not. I mean, I'm gonna say names. Um, I
No.
think that she knew of him, and she, Alicia's pretty open like that. If you want to hit her link, she'll let you hit it and come up for conversation. The video is no longer available but from what I understand, it was, you know, typical for him. I guess is all I can say. It was inappropriate.
Yeah.
It, um, it was a hate comments basically.
And he made them on the panel.
Well, yeah, yeah, because YouTube found, um, the complaint or strike to be credible, and they removed it apparently. So it's not there anymore. But are these the dirty tactics we're going to use moving forward? Trying to get up and say something on somebody's panel to get them removed
Well, I
or
think
get
it's a
them
lesson,
strike?
and I think it's not, now that it's happened, people need to be very careful who they're
Right.
going to let up on panel. And even if we think we know that person, or if they're a bit controversial, I'm not going to be letting them up. They wouldn't be coming here anyway. But, and you'd be the same, Dorothy.
Oh,
You
I'll
wouldn't.
send them over here, Irish. Oh my god. No,
Talia,
I yeah.
I think I've spoken to you before about this, and I give you an explanation before, and obviously it's,
But we've heard it, Talia.
yeah.
We've heard it. You've said
In my
it.
last life we've brought
At
it up
this
and we've
point,
discussed
it's
it.
it's harassment. It's stalking. We know how you feel. We got
Yeah,
it. We've
yeah.
received it, and we have our own feelings. I mean, you just got to accept that.
And I've
I mean,
given you the explanation.
right. So now you're like harassing. Can you see that?
And catnip, that's fine. But it was between Dorothy and CJ, and they've sorted it out.
Yeah,
They've
it was
worked on
our.
it.
Yeah.
Dorothy hit back, CJ hit back, and I did step in, and we got it
Oh,
sorted
don't no.
out.
We would have had it. Please, country, tell her, please step
No,
aside.
Dorothy. Dorothy?
No,
Dorothy?
you did.
Dorothy. Well, no,
You
it wasn't
definitely
really me, but
calmed and diffused the situation. So
yeah.
I'm really grateful for you for doing that because I don't know if
Because,
it got
yeah,
there. Yeah.
I like the both of you.
Yeah.
And I didn't like to see anybody hurting. And I knew that Dorothy was hurt, CJ was hurt. So, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Shay, were you in? Shay, were you in the live that day? Obviously, they were.
Well, you know what, too, country? If you and I have moved past it, then really, why is it anybody else's business at this point? Do you know what I mean? So, anybody who would have an issue with you and I making peace and having heart to heart conversation about it, and they want to keep bringing it up, they're obviously trying to start shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that I'm not going to listen to. I've had people trying to start with AJ all week with me
Yep.
and her going in there saying Sorry that Dot turned on you. You don't think I talked to her, sent her a message before I used that clip? I did. That's my friend. Of course I did. She knew all about it. But people don't realize that. They want to go run and say, oh my God, Darcy used a clip and Robbie was in it. She knew. I told her. And they tried really hard. Like, go read the comment section under her videos. It's really sad that people are so eager to start fights amongst people. It's really too bad.
And Catnip, you bring up something. And yep, I have to say, for subs, it can be. That's why never, ever take sides or vocally shout out this, that, or the other. Because
Mm-hmm.
people will make up, and they do make up. And the person that's out in the cold
Right.
is the subs. Let's be honest, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even Barky and Lori, we had a little tension over the whole thing too. We've gotten over it. I mean, I think my friendship with Country Joe meant more to me than anything that I was bothered by. And I think she felt the same way. And that's really what it came down to.
I feel, pardon me, I feel bad for Alicia.
Yeah.
Shanna, I knew it was going to be bad news for sweet Alicia when I saw that cockroach roach on her panel.
Mm-hmm.
That was all planned, in my opinion,
Yeah.
allegedly. And
Yeah.
I agree with you, Shanna, in my opinion, and allegedly. And that shows you Alicia's name was mentioned
Yeah.
a
She
lot
was
of
one of the
times.
one that was going to be targeted.
Yeah.
Me, Alicia, and then with two others. She was definitely one of them. And then that happens. And we hear Granny proclaim loudly that he is one of her people.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't take a scientist to put the pieces together.
But it might not turn out that way because you have to be careful who you're joining up with
Yeah,
because they don't really know each other, do they? And everybody is out for themselves.
at the end of the day, yeah. And then when money becomes involved,
Hmm.
oh,
Hmm.
people get drunk with money. Drunk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People come back years later, as we all know, with something that you said or done 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're not saying we're perfect. No, absolutely not. We can hold up our hands and say that we've done wrong.
Oh, I can definitely take some criticism and let somebody pull me up on something. In fact, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's happened in the comment section in other channels throughout the day today. And somebody would ask me, hey, can I ask you a question? And will you please just reflect? They asked, I reflected, and I had to take some of the ownership for that. Of course, I saw their point in it. Sometimes when we're emotional at first when something happens, it's hard to see what's really going on, right? We only feel our feelings. We're upset. We're angry.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you act in anger, it's never a good thing, ever.
Hey, Laurie.
Oh, Larry. I don't see him yet. Isn't that funny that you already see him and I don't? There he is. Hi,
There he
Larry.
is. Yeah, well, Laurie, it was. I don't know. You obviously were in. You're a mod, aren't you, for Alicia?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah. Hey, Dave Kimber. You back in again? He's probably dips in and out of chats. Hey,
Shayna,
Connie.
Shayna, Shayna, right? She look at her comment. CJ, so is there a dog named Pancake? It's actually
Oh
a
my
longer
God.
name. So, or were you literally speaking of pancakes? I couldn't wrap my mind around it either. Go ahead, Irish. Tell them the whole name of this dog.
Right. I didn't know there was a dog. Right.
Neither.
I know. I have to keep saying this. Um, the dog's called Lila Pancakes. Now, I don't know really what went on or what didn't go on. But I can assure you, if I thought that Country Joe had shot a dog between the eyes, well, my God, I just knew it was absurd. And the mock outrage, you know, oh, she hates animals. They all hate animals over there. They're this, they're that. Nonsense. It was just something that they could grasp onto. And it's none of my business what went on with other people. It's between them.
Oh, maybe Shayna.
Yep,
She said,
Tammy Judy, you are so right. Yep. Sadly, subs are put in the middle of it.
well, sometimes if the creator is, in behind the scenes with them, having group chats, Discord, and then actually commissioning them to go do some dirty work for them, right? So they're put in the middle of it. But sometimes subs just put themselves in the middle. They feel this unhealthy connection. It's not healthy because a channel creator could just disappear one day.
Hmm.
Their channel could be deleted, and then what? You know what I mean? And then you're left in a position where nowhere else to go because you've isolated yourself, secluded yourself in probably not a very nice way.
So that's why you're better just stepping back. And I think Ava said earlier, hiding in the bushes. It's not a bad way to be.
Well, remember the people that would come out of ADs and they would come out apologizing because they really had
Yeah.
nowhere to go. They had helped take down channels,
Oh my
um,
God, it was
do some
brutal.
really bad things
I mean,
to
yeah,
other people. Yeah,
it was
a
all
beautiful,
brutal.
yeah, a beautiful young girl. She had two young children. It
Yeah.
was the beginning of the pandemic, and they all together at one time struck her or reported her, and her channel got deleted. She could not recover it, and they were really counting on that little bit of extra income to get them through, reduced work hours, um, being let go, and then put on unemployment because of the pandemic. And I mean, what a vicious thing to do to somebody, to take money out of the household with his two little girls. They did it. And then they came out of there and had to apologize.
Yeah.
Some people forgave them, some people didn't.
And they came out battered and bruised. And I think people get carried away a wee bit. They definitely do.
Yeah.
And they go along with the flow. And I'll answer you, Tammy. But when you say we resolved it with no explanation, is that fair to subs? Well, in Dorothy's and Country Joe's, we done a whole big live on here. It was a Saturday night,
Uh huh.
so you maybe must have missed that night. You can go back and watch it. And we chatted it out. Laurie, CJ, okay, Dave, see you later. And we hashed it out, and everyone was heard.
Good
But
night, Dave.
we did do a live.
But I do
So
think that's a fair question about if you're going to have this public falling out
mhm,
and people are taking side subscribers specifically, uh, shouldn't they be included in
I
the
think we can do.
makeup? And I
Yeah,
think they should. That's why Irish Crime, she was what the mediator, or she hosted, and it was Sagacious, it was Irish, me, Lori, and TJ, and the five of us sat up there. I mean, we got a little loud at some points, and then, we worked it out. We talked about it, every aspect of it too.
and I can tell you the truth. It took 12 hours on the phone between everybody to even get to that live, but we got there.
Hmm.
Yep, we got there.
Yeah, I think we were both subbing. I was like, "F
Oh
her."
my God.
He was like, "F her."
But
But we were still lady at
we
that
got
point.
there.
We
And
did.
I think, it was hashed out
Hey, she
because
didn't sleep.
we have
She didn't
seen
sleep with
people.
my husband. I mean, come on, she didn't sleep with my husband or something,
No,
so
she
we
didn't.
can get over it.
Dorothy, you haven't got a husband.
I know, I know. And just in
But
case
you've
I
got
had
something
one,
better. You've got wee Jerry.
and I got freedom.
um, and I've actually found I've met some really nice people. Well, not met them actually, met them, but from the different communities. And it's great to have a chat and a bit of laugh. Yep, Dorothy.
Yes.
Dorothy. Are you
Why? What
sleeping?
happened? No, what happened?
You're not listening to me, are you?
Oh no. Oh, you were talking to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, I like to laugh
Oh,
anyways. I like.
Jesus, you're the only one sitting up here.
Well, I just thought it was like a question out loud. Like you were just pondering things out loud. Well, I think humor is amazing. I like to be sarcastic and I don't take myself too serious. I love to poke fun at myself. I mean, it's just a good time. Unfortunately, there are some unpleasant experiences, and I'm going to tell you, hit my real life. Phone calls have been made,
Yeah.
and to affect my real life.
But you don't come on crying and screaming about them.
Well, no. What am I going to do about it? Act like a 2-year-old? I
And
mean,
you're right, Dark Angel. I mean, I get it. And I've always, Dorothy, we've had lots of chats about this, about
yeah.
subs and things. I don't like subs stuck in the middle.
No, I don't want them ever stuck in the middle. Dark
But
Angel, that's a good thing. I've tried to always remain on my channel independent when discussing things that irk me, right? But then I have the other side who's going around sitting up with anybody that dislikes me. And it's just ridiculous. What's wrong? You have such an aggressive voice. You can't stand on your panel alone and clap back. Why does it have to be 4 to 6 people up there
I don't
all
like it.
picking on me? That is bullying.
I
And
don't
I'm
like when there's
nobody's
6
victim.
panel. Yeah, I don't like that. Don't like
I'm
that.
nobody's victim. So I'm not trying to portray that.
Hi, Reborn. Dorothy's had more lives done about her than, well, no, that's not the truth. Natasha has. Let's be honest.
Well, in a couple of months, I might be able to win that award.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about that. Can I
Well,
win it? I could be in the running for that.
yeah.
Well, AD too, because he's had years. And I'm gonna no. AD got it.
But Dorothy, I think you don't listen to it.
Well, I've never have. I don't want.
No, I know people think I screenshot and I send all this to Dorothy. Dorothy, if I ever sent you a screenshot,
No.
no, and I won't because I don't listen to it either. And why would I do that? She doesn't want to know. Now, sometimes I think you should listen, but she doesn't want to, and that's just it. Right, this is it. Billy Sunday has got it. I think she's got it right. CJ is entertaining. Juror is neutral. Natasha is funny. GW doesn't have to show her face, etc., all at the same time. But where's Dorothy?
And where am I in the equation?
Dorothy.
What? God, it was kind of like Irish when I asked her, "Where's my video?"
Oh my
and
God.
then Irish, I'm gonna have to poke fun. I think you made a video about Boston.
I knew you were going to say that.
And that's not really about me as a person.
All right. I knew you weren't really
I need
pleased
something
with
more
the Dorothy, were you?
Like, can you just pour some love on me, please?
All right, I will.
Okay.
I kind of thought you weren't really that pleased with it.
No, that's not true. I loved it because I love my hometown, and that's what I thought influenced it. Because I'm so proud to be from Boston. I'm so proud of my hometown. So I know that you definitely picked up on that because I was talking about it, and so no, it was wonderful to me. But I'm still going to.
But it was about Boston, not you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk about me as a person to put me in that town, okay?
Yep,
maybe
I get that.
Cartoon running around Boston. That's me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore, Dorothy. Your days of and Corvettes is long over.
Yeah, long gone.
West Virginia.
I know. I'm in the mountains. It's beautiful. I can't wait for the purple blossoms, guys. I will take.
Oh yeah.
Gorgeous. So, like Vivian, let's move on. Vivian.
Vivian.
So, she has gone MIA for a little bit, and that's not like her.
Yeah.
So something is up. I didn't know if it was because of the whole Russian, because she seems to be. I went and checked on her because I thought, where the hell is Vivian? Make sure she's all right. I actually left her comment under her comment section. Are you okay? So it's up to her if she wants to reach out to me. Um, but I know this must be very stressful for her. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to, you know, hey, I'm here. Because in the grand scheme of life, right? This YouTube shit
Yeah.
doesn't matter. She's a mom and a woman, and that would be more important to me. It's up to her if she wants to reach out or not. All I can do is extend that offer. So I did today. Um,
No,
so
because
I'm glad.
you still have a friendship. I know it was maybe a short friendship, but you still have a friendship of sorts.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I really, really adored her. Like, you have
Mm,
no idea how much I cared about her. We would just have so much fun, like being sarcastic with each other, poking fun. We would be on the
yeah.
phone, like you and me, Jura, like
Hmm.
close like that.
Yeah.
So like you, I mean, we're on the phone all the time.
But you
Your
maybe didn't
husband is
fight.
probably
You,
sick of me.
but you probably didn't fight as much as we did.
Well, no, she would tell me off sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would tell me I didn't let her talk, and that my thinking was square.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so she would
Vivian, I
tell
would
me,
agree with you. Yeah.
yeah, no, she was a strong person, definitely. But I was concerned because she hadn't been on, and I knew there was some type of trouble go between a friendship, and wanted to make sure that she didn't feel alone and isolated. That's it.
Yeah. Because it is scary at this time. And there's us on YouTube fighting the bit out. And there's a
Right.
war. Really?
Hmm.
Oh,
And she worries about world events like that. It
of
really
course.
weighs heavy on her. So
And we have to talk about Laurie. Laurie done a live yesterday. And I
I
have to say,
missed it.
Laurie's great. She is very natural at her lives. And she can give a good clap back. Can't you, Laurie? She
Oh,
definitely can.
I know she can because she gave me some brutal words, and I was like, ouch, because I listened.
Oh, did you?
Um, well, yeah, because she was on Country Joe's too. Yeah, of course. Well, that was more personal for me than these hate channels. I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to hear, I know that, I don't know, we were all upset. So,
Yeah,
but it
but
meant
that,
something like I care about them. So I wanted to hear, you know, to see where they were at,
oh, bless
whether I
them.
was going to have to fly over the, ocean to go talk to them and have some tea and what do you guys have? Biscuits or whatever, dry biscuits, or if we were going to be able to work this out via telephone. Wasn't sure.
Oh,
I was going to launch a PayPal to fly me to Europe. That's what was coming next.
I would love to come to West Virginia, but Dorothy, I would definitely have to stay in a hotel because we would not agree for even a weekend, I don't think.
No, I think I'd piss you off because
And I
I'm
would
quite
piss you off.
lazy. Well, you would want to get up and do things, and I'd be like, "Will you just sit the fuck down with me?" I mean, come on.
No, you
But
would want me to sit in your bed
yeah, on that side because
on YouTube.
well, I need somebody to even out my mattress so you can sit on that side.
No way. We'd be up in the mountains, girl.
Hey, listen, I've run around my whole life working in downtown Boston,
I
just
know.
doing the most with my life. This time of my life, this is a new phase, and I'm loving it. It's time for me to slow down, and my health is catching up with me, so it's just better for me if I just slow down.
I don't think people realise, Dorothy, about your health. Um,
I take care of it. I mean, come
I
on,
know
I'm
you
not
do,
like
but Dorothy,
dying or anything.
yeah,
But it's a lot. It is a lot to handle.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've a heart bypass, yeah,
No, no aorta bypass.
aorta bypass.
Yeah.
You've
And then I
got
had
your diabetes,
type 1. Yep. I
type
take 5
one.
injections a day. And then I've had the stents put in my legs, 2 stents.
You've had two stents put in. Yep,
Yeah. I've had 2 strokes.
2 strokes.
seizures I have, and then I have neuropathy,
Yep.
um, diarrhea of the mouth.
Oh, diarrhea of the mouth. Yeah.
That's like one of the most chronic illnesses you could have. It just gets
Yeah.
worse and worse. Yeah.
And I think that's why I get annoyed is when they would start saying, like, and you're also been sober for
2008.
mhm.
Yep.
And they talk about everybody else's recovery and how important it is, blah, 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 blah. But yet, the things they say about you, Dorothy's not on meth or on crack.
It's ridiculous.
I mean,
I've
my
never
God,
seen
or
it.
drinking. No,
No, I don't like alcohol.
yeah.
But, there's a huge, like what Granny said to Robbie about him looking intoxicated. He didn't
No,
look
that wasn't right.
intoxicated to me. I'm sorry. Can anybody in the chat, if you thought he looked intoxicated, hit one? Because I didn't think he looked intoxicated. He was well spoken. He was calm. I was actually kind of like, damn, is
He
this the
was
same?
actually very calm for
He
what
was.
was put out to him. I was surprised.
Those were some low blows, and Laura was very biased in her mediation of the conversation. Oh, thanks, Catnip. I like having you in there.
Hey, Tara.
But to say that he's not in recovery and that he's he's not telling you he's completely abstaining from all substances. He's telling us that he put down the meth, which is what destroyed his life, and he feels like he could drink responsibly. Now that's not our journey, that's his journey.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
only he can find that out. But he is in recovery if he's taken those steps to make improvements. That's what recovery is. She's talking about a 12-step program with books that have never been opened. The spines aren't even wrinkled. My workbooks, when I first got sober, I mean, they had highlighter notes in the margins. My cover was all frayed because you're opening and closing it, constantly working in it. Those things were pristine. I was like, that was a bad idea to show your unused books because that's what it was. And what do books prove, anyways? I could go to the bookstore and buy 12-step
Yeah,
books today. I just don't understand. And then the 3-year recovery thing, it's like, oh, well, I showed a message where somebody's congratulating me. And what the fuck does that prove? That you lied to that person, possibly? Like the thought process makes no kind of sense.
no, it doesn't.
You know how you get trust in your recovery is you always have the same answer because the answer doesn't change. Unfortunately for her, it has because there's no truth behind it. We're never going to know.
I don't think it was appropriate to say those things.
Me?
No, not you,
Oh,
Granny, to Robbie that night.
no.
That was not appropriate at all.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Her sobriety is not his journey. You can't compare the two
No, you can't.
because some people can put down a hard drug and drink like a lady or a gentleman for the rest of their life. They can. So they shouldn't be able to have a couple of drinks if they're at a wedding or an event. Do you know what I mean? As long as it's done responsibly, he's not doing the 12 steps. So I understand it. You would have to understand it's an all-inclusive process. It's a journey to better your life. That's it.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Do we want to play before we finish up? Now, tonight wasn't really organised. We're going to
No,
admit
we
that,
tried.
right?
Wait, but we're missing a couple of things. I'm not letting you get away with this.
But next week, no, we're not going anywhere yet. But
Yeah.
next week, from tomorrow, I'm going to take notes. I'm going to do it right, Dorothy. I'm going
Right.
to take note of every live that we're interested in.
Right.
I'm not maybe going to watch them, but I'll get the comeback or the feedback from other people as well.
Right. Well, I tried that, Juror. I did Monday, and then I lost my way.
Well, we did. We got Monday, and then
Yeah, we got
just
Monday.
went off.
Okay.
But there was so much happened this week.
Yeah, it was hard. Yeah.
Um,
And I don't think we even touched on everything.
no,
That's
we
how
didn't.
much that happened.
Look, we can sure I can come up another night. Hello, Kenny. Um, I can come up another night on your no, but we can do next Friday. Fridays we're going to do the weekend lives,
Yeah,
and
did
it's
you
all
want
going
to
to be
alternate?
organised.
You want to alternate from channel to channel? Is
Yeah.
this something you want to do on this channel?
No, 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 no,
How do you
Dorothy.
want to do them?
You came up with it, and it was your idea, and you were very
Well, we were
gracious.
both talking.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But next week we're going to do it on Dorothy's, and it's going to be all organised. I'm even going to have clips,
Mm-hmm.
slideshows, the whole works. We're
And
going
she
to do it,
means it.
Dorothy. Yeah,
She means, yeah,
yeah, we're going to do it right.
yeah.
And anybody that I think won't strike me, I'm going to show them.
Well, I would love for you to show AJ's before we go the
Oh no,
honorable
I've got them.
mentions, and then Sagacious did a couple of great
Yes,
choices. Yeah,
I've got
and then
them.
you have a couple of good ones with personality types. We should all view them because they're
And
so they fit with some people.
and if everybody could sub to our lovely friend Sagacious, she's starting to do wee videos. Um, she hasn't never really clapped back much. Hello, Dave.
Did you
Back
see what
again.
where's Kenny said? I'm only here to see Lori. Okay, then.
Kenny.
That's hilarious. Dave, that was quick.
Right, so I'm going to share the screen. Let me see. Share screen. Share the audio. That's the bit I always forget.
You have
So,
to hit share audio every time.
yeah.
Oh. Hi, Tara.
Right, here we go. Where are we? Right, let's go to top community posts. And this is by. Oh, better pause that. Take that off, Dorothy.
You gonna make it big?
I'm going to make it big.
Did you leave? Did you guys like the replay? Why go in?
Oh, am I echoing?
No, I am when I talk.
Oh,
How I how the overlay over the bubbles so that nobody can flash a penis.
oh.
Yeah, it worked out really good.
Right, here we go.
Down the comments.
I should read that, shouldn't I, really?
Yeah.
Right, this is from the lovely Helen Chaffer. Patterns everywhere. If you watch for patterns, you can understand the present and predict the future. Like dark clouds before rain, if you see the signs, know the patterns, you can foresee the storm and prepare. A sudden flurry of cute posts on a channel, just the product of a happy soul or a pattern to disguise, hide, and sanitize. See, the thing is, burying something doesn't work in the age of screenshots and Bandicam. It's always there. An inedible record of what was said and done, time-stamped, collated, and stored. The wisest thing to do is accept this and be responsible in our actions and accountable for our words to play by the rules. And if dark clouds gather, remember your umbrella. Very good, Helen.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. And that's the lovely Helen Schaefer, her channel. Right, the DeLorean. Let me help. The difference between trauma versus drama to you is that it's trauma when it happens to you and drama when it happens to someone else. The end. You're welcome. And that's a little granny sitting there, Dorothy.
Oh.
So it's
So
drama
that's me. It's towards me then? Yeah.
towards who?
Me?
You're not granny, are you?
Just kidding.
Okay. And that's true. Drama if it happens to someone else, but it's
Right.
trauma when it happens to her. Okay. This is from Aunt Lala, the Drunken Troll. Video of Kissinger interview. It was surreal watching this after all this time. Please like and share the original video from the family. And Frankie was the first to get the video of the visual of Nicole Kissinger and her father. It lasted about 3 hours, I think. I mean, we've listened to the audio before, but we hadn't actually seen the visual.
Yeah, I've listened to that audio at least 50 times.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit small. This you never know how you affected someone. So I forgot to change my address on my Chipotle app. So I told the driver to keep it because the old address is back in Iowa. I was dead ass mad at first, but after reading this, I'm happy this happened. I can't read that, sorry. My eyesight isn't as good. Can anybody in chat read that? Hold on, maybe it's my sentence quality. Yep. Dorothy, you can't read that, can you, love? Dorothy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
Pause
me?
it. Yeah, I can. Jura, I'm echoing terribly, and my YouTube is.
All right. I'll come out of there. Right, hold on. Does that sound... Oh, device is not connect. Dorothy, I think, your internet.
No, let me.
That's you now. You're back in.
Hello?
Hello? You're
Yeah.
back in.
It's when you're sharing your screen. For some reason, I'm echoing. I don't have my YouTube on. It's like really bad. You could hear it?
I could hear it.
Oh.
Right. So, well, if you mute, and I'll go back in and see if I... Because there's a couple other wee ones I wanted to play.
If you send me... Oh, where's that video? I'll pull it up on my phone and read it. And you don't have to pull it back up. Because the bottom of that, I could see it when I blew it up.
I think it was just somebody that was being nice.
Someone was nice?
That on the internet. Yeah.
That doesn't compute.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, strange as that may be, but here we go. Share screen. Accusations, did you drop your link? Because I'm going to share. Right, some of you might not know who this is, but we do. And Dorothy, don't say who it is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's no sound.
Oh, no. I have to... Every time I share a screen... Right, stop screen. Dorothy, we're definitely not well organised, are we?
No, but we'll be better next time. This is a pilot episode. Just remember that.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Pilot.
That's a pilot episode.
Yeah, pilot episode. This is it.
1 second, please. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I had to.
What today? Are you alright? Yeah. Who's just coming? Who's just coming and asked a bloody question? Hey, you fucking cunt. What you doing here? Slag. What's she doing here? Get her out. What's she asking anyway? Get her out. Fucking slag. What the fuck's she here for? Fucking hell. What does she ask anyway? What does she ask
Oh,
for?
my ear holes.
Oh, it's a stop fucking abuse on YouTube. Yeah, get her out, bitch. What a fucking slag. Fucking cunt.
That is probably one of the best.
I don't know who it is.
Oh, you do. Don't say it, Dorothy. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Oh, look. Dorothy, I think our internet's a bit... I'm going to stop sharing the screen because
That's not my internet. That's your internet. How
it's
could
my
I?
internet, isn't it?
I can't
And you
make
can hear it. You
Not
can-
at first.
No, I think it must be. It must be my internet, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure even when you said you have to add me and add audio and add video. Why are you adding audio? I think you're adding it twice. That's why I'm echoing, when you're sharing.
Oh, do you
Try
think?
next time. Yeah, try next time not to add the audio because I'm already working.
Yes, Laurie, that would be great on the community post. Because I'm sure most people have watched my little short clips anyway on here, the people of YouTube. And if you think it's about you, it probably is.
Can we please drop AJ?
Yes, please.
Was
Crime
it on?
Vault.
Oh, Crama Vault.
Grandma Vault.
Thank you.
And Dave, you could be right. I'm on fiber optic, but it's the old fiber optic, and I think I'm going to change it to the new one, where it's wired straight into the house. It's not as old as your, though, Dorothy.
Well, I am hardwired in though, but it's the old-fashioned cable copper wires.
Ah, right, yeah. So, Dorothy, when do you think you're going live?
Probably in a little while after I finish here. Going on a field trip, just a little fun.
Yes,
Yeah, a little fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, but I just thought it was so funny, like for Kelly to Monday night be like, "Last time, Dorothy." What does she think she's accomplishing? I really don't get it. What's the end game for her? Because she tried this last summer to expose me.
Yeah.
Did she think I did something since then? I mean, I don't understand. It's like she does it to herself, puts herself in a downward spiral. Listen, did you see Robbie with the fucking purple ring?
Oh my God, that was so funny.
That's Kelly.
So funny.
That's recent.
Yeah.
That's reminiscent.
That's about a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Right. And this is how she left YouTube last time, by having a complete and utter breakdown. And she's on the way.
I do think, this is what I think, that she saw that everyone else was going after you, Dorothy. So she thought it was her time as well. Now, saying that, probably out of anyone, she would have a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody has a reason.
I have to say that, yeah. It was Kelly. Yeah.
I could understand it coming from her.
Yeah.
But you're
But
still not
if
going to
you give
find
it out,
anything new.
no. But if you give it out, you're going to have to take it back as well. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just what this community's like. Yeah. But I hope everybody enjoyed it tonight.
We'll be
Obviously, the
more
ones we talked
organized.
about.
And
Obviously, the ones
yeah,
we talked about maybe won't enjoy it so much, but tough. And next Friday night, or Friday evening, we'll be with Dorothy's channel, Surviving the Storms.
read Dave's comment. It says, just
Oh my
think,
God,
if
yeah.
the internet never existed, people would take weeks to argue with each other by letter.
Dave, as a male in the community,
Oh, good questions. Yes.
what the hell do you think of all this fighting that we're doing back and forth? Do you just think, oh, bloody woman, at it again? Or do you just switch off? I mean, it is mad looking on and listening on.
Yeah, but I've never seen Dave um, do some of the things because there are some great men in this community. And I think one man in particular took insult to my criticism of some of the men in this community. But some of the men are way more messy than the females. I
Well,
mean,
Dorothy, you did call him a nutsack.
well, I told him to pick up his nutsack off the floor.
I mean, like, I can see why you maybe got offended, you know? I can see it just a wee bit.
But it's funny to say nutsack. That's funny.
Well, maybe, well, not if it was directed at you.
I guess not
Nutsack.
yet. But
I mean,
you know,
like, hello.
well, I did that after he kept coming to confront me about how I insulted every man. No, I didn't. I said the small percentage of men, there are some great men in this
Yeah,
community who treat
I agree.
these women with respect, even when they're disagreeing. And then there's those other ones who will call us bitches and whores and sluts, right?
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I know. I mean, I have to say, I know quite a few lovely, lovely men in this community, and they've been nothing but, good crack, good banter, um, and they've never been nasty or,
mm-hmm.
or taken it really personal.
Yeah. Well, Lori says I've said worse. Well, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. You have. I'm definitely gonna agree with you.
Brady, that is, oh my God, that is so true. In my day, you had to walk 5 miles to my house to call me a butch. That's true.
I think it's fascinating. Like we're all sitting here in a room
Yep.
tonight, right? In the internet, all over the world. We would have never met each other if it
No.
weren't for the internet. It is a fascinating tool, but it can also be a very destructive tool.
Hey, shift. But is it a good thing, Dorothy, though?
Overall, yes, I do think. I think the laws need to catch up
Yeah.
and regulate some rules and regulations, right?
Yeah.
Because it's only what 30 years old, maybe if that. It's been widely used maybe for 20 years, like really used in
Yeah.
homes. So we're all learning. We have this younger generation that knows nothing but the internet. So they're going to be the test subjects on how
And
this
Laurie,
is
I include you in that. Sorry, Dorothy. I include you in that, Laurie.
include her in what?
No, Laurie. Not Laurie. Laurie. Laurie.
Oh, Larry. It's
Larry.
Larry.
It's my accent. Larry. Larry, whatever. Laurie's a
Yeah,
good guy.
Larry, you're a gentleman.
Yeah.
You don't get in the middle of girl fights. There's no need for that. Let the
But I
girls
actually feel
fight it out.
sorry for men on here too, Dorothy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't call anybody anymore
Oh my
nutsacks.
God, Louise. She said, could you imagine Dorothy, Natasha, Granny, CJ, Robbie, Kim and Crafton, and Big Brother House?
Oh my
I
God.
would definitely watch that.
Well, I think
That'd be
Right,
great.
Dorothy and Natasha would team up. Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, you would. Both of you
You'd
would.
have Kim and Crafton teaming up. We would make Granny so angry so easily.
CJ, yeah, CJ
Yes.
would be in your group. Right, there's two groups. There's just two sides here. Quite simple.
Yeah.
Dorothy, Natasha, CJ. Robbie would be in the middle.
Yeah.
Um,
We'd go with Kim and Crafton. You're right.
yeah,
Robbie would probably go back and forth.
but he would try to get on with everybody, I think.
He'd
But
probably
then,
win. He'd probably win.
yeah, he would win.
He'd probably win. How do you like that?
But then he would try to get on with everybody until he didn't, and then everything would kick off. Shit really would hit the fan.
Yeah, but like we've seen throughout the years, he would have people supporting him and being like, that's just Robbie. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my God.
Excusing it.
But you know what I think? I think if everybody actually met, if we were all in a big room, do you think we would say the things to each other's faces? That what we say?
Oh, I would. No problem.
You would.
Oh, absolutely. I'm much more delicate, I would say, online because
What?
of the disadvantage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, Dorothy. You
Oh, yeah.
think?
Oh, listen to what I did one day.
I'm not going to go to West Virginia then.
Oh, you could come. I'll be nice. I had an argument with, I have to pay lot rent, so I don't own the property, right? But I own the structure. And it was after my mom died, and I was her caregiver. So I was trying to find a job with having a 3-year-old. So daycares are not all over down here. And I'm not putting my son in someone's home or in some church. I'm not doing it. I want him in a daycare that is run by, state rules, cameras, things like that. So it took me a minute, and I was late on my rent. And the woman wanted to evict me, the wife. She didn't like me whatsoever. And I didn't like her, quite frankly. I thought she was rude. So he took me to court. I got served. I had 5 days, I thought, to respond. It was the actual court date that I missed. I responded to what I was served with, which was eviction papers, which was quite harsh. It was $200. But the law in West Virginia is if you're late one day, they can take you to court to evict you. So, I pissed them off. And we had lit off fireworks one night. We got caught doing that. It was just stupid things like that. I didn't do anything bad.
Right.
My music was too loud when I came in. It was just
Right.
petty fucking things. So she was adamant that he kicked me out. I begged him in front of my children, because I didn't have the money to move this. It's like $5,000. I would have had to find a place to put it. And not all mobile home parks are clean like mine and nice and quiet. So finally we convinced him, but his wife was screaming at me in front of my children, and I couldn't say boo to her. So then a month or two later, they sold the property. And I was like so happy they sold. I haven't had one issue with my new landlord. It's been years. So I bumped into her at the Family Dollar. That was it. That was it. Oh, yes, I did. I said, I said, you bitch. I said, you want to fucking yell at me in front of my kids now? I said, come on, talk to me that fucking way now. And she wouldn't. She ran away from me to the back store. But I kept yelling at her. I said, you're such a fucking rude, disrespectful bitch. Oh, yeah. I was just going off on her. I just got so angry when I saw her.
Dorothy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was so mad because she was in a position of power, and she was disrespecting me in front of my children, and I couldn't defend myself. Like, she had no right to do that. So yeah, I lost my cool when I saw her. I was like, oh, bitch, this is not going to be your day. I've never bumped into her out in public again. I don't think she goes to that store anymore.
Do you know something? I can't say I blame her.
Yeah. I was expecting her to call the cops on me.
Well, I did. The only time, right, I'm going to admit this, right? I did lose my temper. And it was about 20 odd, really lose my temper. And I did scream like a fish wife.
Uh-huh.
And it was over a neighbour that he didn't give the kids their balls back. Right?
Oh, that's not nice.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, there's not many houses. We're on a road. 6, 7 houses. Right? But anyway. And he came out and he said that he had put knitting needles in the balls to burst them.
Oh,
So that he wouldn't get any more balls over.
like they were doing it on purpose, Jura.
Yeah. And of course the kids ran up and told me that what he had said, that he had put knitting needles through the balls to burst them.
Right.
And he had about 10 of them. 10 of the balls over the years. Well, I went down and I mean, when I let off.
Oh.
But it felt good.
Yeah.
It really did feel good. And I was shouting and yelling.
Good
I mean,
for
that's
you.
my kids. That's not right. You don't do things like that.
No, you don't. He's purposely hurting children.
Yeah.
Why? Because a ball went over the fence?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. There's always that neighbor that does stuff like that, right?
I think when it's kids, I'll go for them.
People in the chat are admitting to punching teachers and everything.
What?
Yes. And I thought I was bad for yelling at the former landlord. Worry. She's making a confession. She admits that she hit a teacher once. I had a very good reason. Oh my God.
But I felt my blood pressure was up. Everything was up that day. And I really let rip.
So what was the
I'm
outcome?
sure
Did
they
he
heard
call
me.
the cops? Did he call the cops?
No, he did not.
Did he yell back?
No, he didn't, actually.
He just stood there.
Yeah.
He might have
think
been
he was
turned on by that. He might
No,
have
I
liked
think he was
what you said.
shocked. I think he was
Oh,
shocked. And I just told him, don't you ever say anything like that again and give me back them fucking balls.
Well, if
I
he's
think he
picking
did
it up to stick a knitting pin or whatever,
I
why
don't
can't
think.
you just toss
I
it over the fence?
Yeah.
Just toss it back over.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. When I get older, I'm going to be one of those neighbors. I'm going to keep all the fucking balls.
I bet you. Yeah.
That's my future plan. A goal. Yep.
That was the only time, and it was outside, and my voice carried for quite a distance.
So did other neighbors come outside? What did your husband do? Was he home?
No.
What did he say when you told him?
Well, I think he was quite surprised.
Was he pleased?
Yeah, well, when it comes to the kids.
Yeah, but
I
bet
didn't
he
say a word.
thought-
I'm going to be honest, that man did not say one word.
He probably thought you were going to yell at him, Irish. I mean, come on. He's probably sorry he missed it. Let's be honest.
No, sometimes you have to speak up.
You do. And when you feel like you've been slighted and it's a disrespect, like on a different level, you take your opportunity, right? So you ran up and you started yelling at him.
Louise, you're very right. We try not to call the cops in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I'm a huge believer in don't get the cops involved.
No.
You just don't.
Could you imagine if you had phoned up, some mother's up here screaming at me because I put knitting needles in the kids' balls?
Right.
They would say, catch yourself on and wise up.
Well, in America, you might have been taken away in a straitjacket.
What?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, psych hold.
No way.
5150. Oh, yeah, they'll take you for a 3-day psych eval if you act too crazy. That's true. But our police...
No, they wouldn't. Not for out.
No, they would.
Well,
no, not just for that. I mean, you would have to keep carrying on. And no, our police officers now are trained when approaching situations to be able to recognize if you're dealing with somebody with serious mental health. Because you can't just deal with somebody with mental health like a criminal. They're sick. So luckily, the police departments are starting to catch on and training their officers to be sensitive to that. Be more patient. Don't just tase them, and take them down. So I think that's a positive
No, well, I
thing.
don't think they're going to do a 5150 on someone, a mother that's out shouting about
Oh
balls.
yeah, I would just tell them you are, off your rocker. You do this quite frequently. If I was your neighbor, that's what I would say to them. I said she needs to go. 5150 there. Get her over to the psych ward.
See, Bretty goes very quiet and very calm and measured. See, that's actually very scary. People like
That
that too. You
quiet
know
one.
they're angry.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're seething inside. You got to run and hide from a person like that.
Oh my God, Dark Angel. Years
Oh,
ago,
wow.
my neighbour dressed as Scream, chasing my kids with a knife. I went to his door and ragdolled him.
What's a
Come
rag?
on.
What do
Well,
you do to ragdoll somebody? You hit them
well,
with a doll?
yeah. Does ragdoll not mean that you give them a good shaking?
Oh, I thought you had a doll with you, like a
No,
rag.
Dorothy, a ragdoll. What the hell would you go to somebody's door with a ragdoll with?
You
Oh,
could.
look at my ragdoll. I'm going to scare you.
Would you like to
And him
play
stand with
dolls?
a knife and a
I'm
mask.
angry. I'm angry. Would you like to play dolls?
They probably would do a 5150.
Yeah. So you were Section C. That happens in America. Louise was.
No,
I've
but
known
that's
people
in
that
Northern
have been
Ireland.
5150. Yeah. A family member can go, has to be immediate, and
Oh,
say that
Bretty's
a
Italian.
loved one is a danger to themselves or the public, and they will. If there's, you have to be able to back it up. You can't just go throw anybody in the psych ward. But because sometimes people are struggling and they can't recognize they need that help. They need a loved one to intervene so that they could get their meds situated and come back out. You know what I mean? Once they've had some treatment. So there's no shame in that at all.
Right, ragdolling is dragging him.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
literally,
That's what I
physically.
call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, Louise is from Northern Ireland.
Oh, so they do have,
My God,
we call it sections as well. You get sections.
see, I could have been that day.
Could have, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So Paige said, I lived in the middle of the city. Sometimes we need to call the police. You would not believe some of the things we see and hear. I'm sure, Paige.
Oh,
I mean, you must have to kind of decide, should we call or not? Like, is this something to be concerned about? I'm living in a city myself. It's just loud. And
yeah.
you just hear people yelling and screaming. Yeah, it's, you hear gunshots sometimes. Like,
Oh my God, I
a
couldn't
lot.
believe it.
I don't know where you are, but in America, it's quite frequent. Ava said there's a neighbor who regularly has the local police called on him, and when they turn up, we can hear them say, "Now, Jimmy, what have you been up to tonight?" He's well known, especially after the pub. Oh, so he's a drinker. Okay, so they have to check up on him. So Laurie said to you, Ava, my daughter was 5 at the time with leukemia, and it was sports day and she needed the toilet, and the teacher grabbed her, oh no, by the arm across the field and said, no, you're doing the race. Oh no, me and the
Oh,
teacher would be rolling on the ground. Well, I'd be standing up, she'd be on the ground. You would never touch my child. Wow. Well, no, you know what, Lori, good for you. I don't think I would have ever said that to anybody else that said they hit a teacher, but that teacher had it coming.
a lot of
So,
Italians in here tonight, Dorothy.
oh,
Yeah.
cool mama. How about
Bretty,
cool?
her Italian mother taught her that revenge is a meal to be eaten cold.
Yep.
Yeah, I like
Doesn't have
that.
to happen immediately. Take your time. I agree.
See, Dot, that was a word you've learnt tonight, ragdoll. You would have
Yeah.
ragdolled that.
I'm gonna have to use that. Like I'll ragdoll you.
That's it. I love it.
Yeah, don't fuck with me. I'll ragdoll you. I'm gonna make that a thing here in America. You watch, it's gonna catch on.
Ragdolled.
I'm
Oh my God.
gonna
Right.
say,
So we're going to say good night and then we'll
oh,
maybe
these are
join you.
fun. My neighbor came up to me last year, shoving his phone in my face, telling me my car wasn't taxed. Oh my God. Well, I let rip. It was taxed. When I looked at the ref on his phone. It was wrong. Oh, these are good comments. Guys, I'm going to go live if you want to come over. This is a plug. Surviving the Storms, a.k.a. Dorothy Marie Fretzalolo Capalupa.
Oh my God, you just love saying that.
Um,
Can
I'll
somebody
be
drop Dorothy's link, please?
over and let's chill. I'm just going to do a fun night. Just
Yeah,
let's
I
go on a
think
field
so.
trip.
Sometimes you just, isn't it nice just to have a chat?
Yeah, I like
Have a
this.
bit of a gossip. First of
Yeah.
all, we have to have a bit of a gossip.
So I'm Italian and Irish and American, Indian and
Wow.
Russian. Oh, okay. Like a little mutt, right? My
I think
son,
I'm just Irish. I think I'm just Irish.
one of my sons has an Italian father, but the other one doesn't. I guess I was a little whore, but they are 10 years apart in my defense.
Oh, thank you, Laurie. And it was great every night, and it just shows you there's chat tonight. Everybody was great, and if there was any kind of differences, we got them sorted out. You know, you can have a good night and have a chat. And Brady, we loved having you here too. You know, everybody was great. And Kenny, you're going to dinner. Very nice. Right, Dorothy, you better go and get right.
Can I just tell one quick story?
Yeah.
My Italian mother and my boyfriend at the time, he lived across the street, and they were Italian. His mother and my mother ended up fist fighting right in front of the house because she called me like a little slut or something. Because I had broken up with him, and his heart was broken, I guess. So she wasn't so nice towards me, and the mother started fighting. It was great.
Hi, Meg. Started fighting, fist fighting.
Oh
Actually.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yes. They were going at each other. Well, she did call me like, I can't remember if it was like a little slut or a little whore. Well, because I had a new boyfriend, and because we were right across the street, it's not my fault we lived across the street. It was in his face. So I can understand, but she shouldn't call me that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
my God.
All right, guys. Boom.
Right, we're going to go.
Thank you for this. Hi, Meg. I love you. Thank you, Iris. This was a lot of fun. We'll do it next Friday again.
But we're going to be so more organized.
Well, because it's going to be in the real season, episode 1. This was a pilot. Right. Yeah.
This is a pilot. That's what we're going to say.
Yeah.
And
we did not prepare. Let's be honest. We tried to do it like 2 hours before.
And then I got annoyed because I like to be prepared. I like to be prepared.
Oh, she was like, "We are not prepared." I said, "Okay, Irish, it's okay. Jura, let's just try to do this." Yeah. Oh, she was so annoyed. And then she had to have the ice cream, and Seamus tried to take the ice cream. And the whole fucking fight about the ice cream. I was like, okay, go eat the ice cream.
I know. It's bloody mad. But look, good night, everybody. And we'll see you on Dots when she gets some coffee. Okay,
yeah.
my dear?
Bye, honey. Love you.
Bye. Good night, everybody. Night, everybody. Thank you.